Getting young people to engage with science is a notoriously difficult task for teachers. But Richard Spencer, who teaches at Middlesbrough College, has some innovative tricks up his sleeve. With songs, costumes and dance moves, his techniques have led to him being nominated for the world's most prestigious teaching award, which carries a prize of $1 million. That's around £650,000. We'll be speaking to him in just a second, but first let's take a look at him in action.
Don't blame it on the phosphate. Don't blame it on the sugar. Don't blame it on the base. You're a nucleotide. One of the things that students sometimes find difficult.
Fantastic. Well, Richard joins us now from our Salford studios. A very good morning to you. Your classes look like amazing fun. How and why did you develop this style of teaching?
Good morning. I developed this style of teaching really to engage students in some very complicated processes in biology, complicated structures, and to get students to say the words that are quite difficult, some of them. Not everyday language. Biology has a language of its own, and the students do enjoy it, but most importantly, they learn a lot from joining in.
What exactly do they say to you about your classes?
Well, I've only started at Middlesbrough College fairly recently, so you know, it was kind of a clean slate really, but they love it. They love the variety in the learning. So we do other things as well, obviously experiments and traditional teaching, but this just livens things up for them, and they respond fantastically well.
So would you say you're a breath of fresh air in terms of your teaching style?
Well, I've been doing this for quite a few years, but obviously at Middlesbrough College I'm new, so I would like to think so.
So you say you're quite new at Middlesbrough College, but yes, looking back at your previous teaching posts, now don't be modest, have your students done better than average in exams and so on?
Yeah, the results have always been very, very good, and students, I think more importantly as well, is that years down the line I can bump into somebody in the street and they can still recite some of the songs and some of the poems amazingly after 15 years, some of them, so it's wonderful.
I bet they remember you. Now, this type of learning is sometimes used to a certain extent with younger pupils, isn't it? But it's interesting to see that it obviously is very effective for older students as well.
It is, and not just students. I've done a lot of teacher training where I've taught teachers these, you know, creative ways of learning, and lots of them respond really well and then come up with their own ideas and their own ways of doing things. And it's just about having the courage to try things out and get the student feedback, and if it works, continue.
Now let's talk about the competition. How did you get to the final 10?
Well, the competition has been set up by Varkey Education and the Varkey Foundation, and it's the first time the competition's run. I think they had 5,000 nominations, and then from nominations people were invited to apply. They had over 1,000 applications. PricewaterhouseCoopers were then involved in whittling that down to 500. Then there was another committee, got it down to 50, and then a committee which included people like the editor of Tests and Sir Mike Tomlinson, former Ofsted chief, chose the final 10 from the applications. So it's been a very rigorous and process that's taken quite a few months.
So it's been a paper process so far, is that right?
Yes, but there have been in videos as well, so it's not just a paper process. Okay. I'm sure the videos were important in deciding, you know, who the final 10 were as well.
Yes, well now presumably it will become much more personal. There'll be more interviews and so on to decide who the winner is?
Yes, the final winner is decided by an academy of, I think it's about 67 people from across the globe. It includes journalists, entrepreneurs, it includes people in education, Kevin Spacey, the actor's on the committee as well. So each of those will look at the evidence, look at the videos no doubt, and each will vote for a winner, and the winner's announced in Dubai in March. OK, I was about to ask you that. Let me also ask you this. If you were to win, what would you do with that money? Oh, well, I call that the million-dollar question. I must say it is at the back of my mind because, I mean, it's still a little bit unreal, and I think I'll cross that bridge when and if I come to it. So I think it's not about creating a celebrity teacher, it is about celebrating teaching. And I think what Sunny Varkey's done in putting up the money is amazing, because it is getting people talking about teaching and getting people interested. and getting people to speak to each other globally. I've met some fantastic candidates already from the final 50.
Well, congratulations, first of all, on that fantastic teaching that you do, and congratulations on getting to this stage of the competition. I'm sure we'll be keeping a close eye to see how you get on.
And aren't you late for class?
Thank you very much.
Are you not late for
Chris
class?
is asking, are you late?
Luckily, I've got a student teacher working with me who's taken my class this morning, so thanks, Kieran.
And who taught you to dance like that? It wasn't Ricky Gervais, was it, from The Office?
He's the one with the cheeky questions, isn't he? Richard, thank you very much. We'll let you get on with the rest of your day. Richard Spencer.
Right. Thank you.
I thought it was important to get to the heart of the issue.
Okay, the dance moves, yeah.